On this episode of Make It Fabulous, I'm going to take this headboard footboard and make them into this amazing bench.
Boring.
CafeMom member Mrs. Sparkles sent pictures of her headboard and footboard and asked what could I do with it. So I just happen to have an old headboard and footboard from my daughter, and we're going to turn it into a bench. For this project, you're going to need paint, faucet knobs we're going to use for the feet, screws, a painter's mask, measuring tape, a sander, my circular saw, some face protection, 6 to 8 wooden dowels, some painter's tape, wood glue, a level, and the table saw. 3 1x6x6 boards, sandpaper, a power drill. So our first step is to find the center point of the footboard. So I'm going to take my tape measure, I've marked it, and we're ready to cut. So now that we have our sides, we're going to measure to find out where we're going to drill it into the headboard. So I drilled 3 holes. And now that we have them drilled, we're going to screw in our screws. So we're going to measure how wide the bench is so that we can start measuring the boards for the seat. Now that I have my board marked, I'm going to cut it. So I put some support boards in. I noticed online that some of them already had them, but mine didn't. So we went ahead and put some in. And now we're going to put the bench in. I have some wood glue that I'm going to place on the ledge here before I nail the board down. And we have this notched out so it'll fit around the side boards. So I have a nail gun that I'm going to use to secure the boards in place. All right, so we're ready for the next board. So I have a dowel to stick in between each board as I put it in as a spacer. Otherwise, if we don't have that, the boards won't have anywhere for the water to go if it rains or something on it, and they'll swell and we'll have a misshapen bench. So now we're ready to nail the next board in. Now that we have everything nailed in and it's supportive, it's time to paint. So I'm going to be using these faucet knobs as feet for the bench. It's kind of a fun idea to glam it up and nobody would ever know they belonged on a faucet. So we're going to screw them into the bottom. That's in nice and tight. You'd never guess that I salvaged this out of the burn pile. My fiance thought it was trash. He wanted to burn it, and I was insistent that we were going to make a fabulous bench, and we did. I hope this gives you a really good idea, Mrs. Sparkle.
Mark.
There you have it. Sorry guys, I'm really croaky.
Baby Mark.
Sorry.